Hey, it's time. We're going to get into the universal laws of awakening. Now, normally at this point, I give a whole big backdrop about how and why the world was created and how we each came to be here and what our journey is. And you have to understand these things, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to jump right into the laws because everyone's like a microwave. Everyone wants it quick and fast. And then I'm just going to trust that at the right time, whatever you need to know will present itself. Because that's sort of what we're actually doing here. Being in the flow and being able to trust that in each and every moment, you're good. It comes with awareness and consciousness, awakening. So I'm not going to do the whole front end session or two on the beginning of all of creation. We're going to go right into the first law. Please have something to write with, or if you use your phone or any electronics, do that, because I want you to be able to comment and ask me questions, because these aren't all easy concepts. Some are, some aren't. But if they were really easy, we'd all be doing them. And sometimes it's because we just don't remember them. Like they just don't come to us when we need it. So we want to know these laws. We want to use them in our lives like they're a habit. So there I go, talking again. The first law is the law of love and fear. And if you've been with me for a while, you know what I always say is there's only two emotions, love and fear. And I get some pushback on that sometimes. This is a way of thinking. This is a way of understanding the world. This is a way about making what seems to be complex very simple. So that when you need these tools, you can go grab it. When you get thirsty, you get a glass of water. When you need to sleep, you go to bed. When you need a solution, you go to these laws. The law of love and fear. There's only two emotions. And when you know which one you are using, that awareness allows you to be able to then make better choices. Even that. Some people just want to be mad to be mad. Okay, let me back up. Fear is any emotion that's negative, that's low energy. Anger, resentment, guilt, shame, jealousy. You know what it is. So normally we don't think about if I'm jealous or someone's jealous of me, that it's because of some fear. We don't think like that. But I am telling you, this is how we want to recalibrate and train our brain so that we can use this law for its best effect. Break everything down into either you're looking at it through fear or love. Love, then, is high vibration. It is kindness and levity and laughter and compassion and so much more. But you get the essence, right? So you know at any moment you are in, your emotions will let you know either fear or love. So a few weeks ago, and this is how you use the emotion to help you in your life, because really you just want to overcome these things. So a few weeks ago, I was in an argument with a family member, sort of. And I did not like the way it made me feel. And I realized that I was in fear. So I wouldn't have normally said it because I'm mad because someone else did me wrong, or is misunderstanding me totally. So now I'm mad. But any anger, the root of that negative emotion stems from fear. So what this law teaches, now that I recognize that, now where all the laws take us is to go to that place of understanding, to go to a place of stillness, or self-exploration. Why? What am I afraid of? What am I afraid of? What I'm afraid of is losing control of my vibration. I'm losing sight of who I am. when I let myself be angry because someone does or does not understand me or did me wrong. That's me being upset. With my fear is that I'm not able to fully express myself or be who I am. I am afraid that I will bring my vibration down and let myself succumb to this. So, when people say, oh, they're going to take me out of my game. Oh, they made me lose myself. Or the famous from The Godfather. Every time I get out, they try to pull me back in. I'm trying to be light and happy and, and loving and carefree. And then circumstances, the world, the weather, the government, your neighbor, someone, somewhere, somehow, inevitably will challenge your thinking or your state of being. And so it's not what happens outside of us, it is what we do with it. So when you can become aware of, am I taking this in love or in fear? So then you can react appropriately. So I realized I was having negative emotions, which are fearful, which is not my default. It is not where I want to be. So I don't even have to deal with the problem or the argument. I'm more concerned with my soul, with my spirit, with my evolution and growth, and with my happiness. And I know that negativity is a drag. There's nothing good that's there. So all I need to do is pull myself out of that. It first comes with awareness. It's easy to say all I have to do is pull myself out of it. But if you're not aware, an argument and a fight can go on for weeks, days, months, years. Grudges happen. People aren't talking to each other in their own family because of who someone voted for. I mean, imagine, that's totally on the fearful side. People, you can be able to have a disagreement with someone without severing them from your life. I'm talking about family specific, or even friends. Like, we've lost the ability in the world to be able to have this positive tension of disagreement that causes bursts of innovation and creativity, where we started to squeeze down, like, if you don't like it like me, then you're not with me. And that's just not the way the universal laws work. We've got it backwards. When you are out of love, you're in fear. And when you're in fear, just by knowing it, you can bring your vibration back up. You can change the situation, because the situation itself is not as important as these higher spiritual relationships that we have, which is another law of relationship we'll talk about more. So anyway, fear and love. So when I'm in love, all is well, right? I am the light. People want to be around me. I want to be around them. We have difficult conversations. I'm really listening to understand what they're saying instead of listening to have a comeback, or listening to find out, poke holes in what they said. I'm really listening because I'm interested in their perspective and what they want. That's love. That's open. That's give and take. That's that higher vibration. There's no resistance. Whenever you have resistance, there's something that's negative, is not aligning with this part of love. Now, this is where I sort of go backwards into some base information. So there's only two emotions, fear and love, but ultimately love is everything. Even fear is a misunderstanding. It's a perversion of love. It's a virus in the whole love scheme. The love is the default. It is the basis for what we all are here for, of which we all are built. It's in relationship with one another. It's love. You can call it different things. It's not just about, being in a relationship and, what babe coming over tonight, or, I love my mama, I love my kids, I love, like this, that type. It is this unconditional essence of what we are that allows us to breathe into one another. It is that. It is so much. It's more. It is the essence of everything. It is the universe. It is God. It is the essence of everything. So fear perverts love. It says, no, I'm here small. I gotta like you to love you. You gotta do what I say for me to love you. You gotta vote like I vote for me to love you. That's a perversion. It's a lie. It's not a universal law. It is going off on its own, trying to be something that it's not. It's a cancer. It's a virus. And so that's the struggle. That's the balance. But essentially, everything is love. The fear is what keeps us looking at things incorrectly. And then it causes stress, and then it causes all that other negative stuff that we don't want to take part of. So the goal of everything all the time is to get back to this understanding, which is our base state, which is health, well-being, and love. If we're not in that awareness, because it always exists, if we're not in that awareness, that means there's something keeping us from being aware, and that is fear. It could be a person coming for you. It could be the government. It could be a lot of things, but it's something that you're letting your emotions veer towards more than the loving side of you. And what's important about that is that there's always a solution. So when you're upset or in fear, you're believing in lack. You're believing that there isn't a solution, or it's not going to come fast enough for you. But when you know that this is how the universe works, that there's always a solution, that love is the foundation, and you practice this every time you get mad, every time someone pisses you off, every time you're in a funk, and you're like, why? What's with me, not with the other person? Like, why I'm so mad at my boss? Oh my gosh, I wish he would just go away. That's the knee-jerk reaction. That's the no introspection there. You don't have to think about it. Yeah, go tell all your friends, and everyone will say, they crazy. They're crazy. You'll get all that agreement. Okay, but that's still, at the end of the day, you still got to deal with that person, and it's not making you feel any better. So all of this is about, how do I feel better? How do these universal laws guarantee that I can feel better? And it is because by using them, you will shift your attention from the problem. Yeah, you already know what the problem is. You've asked for a solution. The universe already knows what it is. So now you have to shift all of your attention to the solution, to the love part. What most people do is they stay stuck in the problem. Well, then this happened, and then that happened, and then you got an hour on the phone, and they spend 50 minutes telling you all the things that went wrong, versus here's 10 minutes, here's a snapshot, what went wrong, where I am. Help me to find a solution. Let's get to the solution. These laws get to the solution. Just by your awareness of knowing that your shift is between fear and love is predominant, then now you go forward. I tell you in every interaction, today, tonight, now, the next call, the next thing you read, the next thing that pisses you off. Oh, what am I mad about? Why am I mad? What is it that I need to do? Because, and there's so many things to be mad about. Okay, don't get me wrong. You're not going to just miraculously start walking around like nothing matters. Everything matters. Everything matters. Every thought, everything is a unit of energy. We're getting to all of that. Everything matters. But it doesn't need to be graded as good or bad, and there does not need to be punishment and reward. Those are the illusions that the world and people put on us that we have adopted, and we do it to others. And this is where we cut that, because now we know, we are learning and using these laws of the universe. This first one, love, there are only two emotions, love and fear. And when you know which emotion you're operating out of, at that instant, you can change your trajectory and transform. At every instant of every day. This is an immediate result. And I'm going to stop there, because I could still go on and on, but it is really that simple. We take a lot of things there's always a gray area. People love to tell you that. That's what human beings tell you. That's how you were raised, because that's how your parents were raised, and that's how, we like to give a little, well, it's reasonable you feel that way because they did steal from you or step on your toes or stab you in the back, yeah, I'm telling you, all of that stuff's going to happen to every one of us if it hasn't happened already. Continually, like it just doesn't. Those things don't necessarily stop. They will stop as more people learn how to live in relationship with others in love. It's the evolution, it's the renaissance that we're in, that this whole conversation that you're a part of now. But you don't have to throw throw the baby out with bathwater. We're in this world together, and love and fear are the two emotions that we have to deal with. So I was going to take it to a different place, but I am going to stop right there now because that's enough. Just think about what you think about, and we'll come back and keep doing these laws one by one. Please leave me comments, ask me questions. We will have live sessions to talk about these things monthly. So that's another place to talk about them, or we can have one-on-one sessions. So stay with me, and we will do the next law coming up. Love and light.